Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Florida Hockey Now Panthers Postgame Live. I'm your host, George Richards. If you're joining us, you probably just finished watching the Florida Panthers go to Tempe, Arizona, and lose to the Coyotes. Arizona with a big win, 3-1, first win for them in their new home at Arizona State University in Tempe. Florida, we're going to keep this one short, folks, since it's 1:15 in the morning and I got a little bit of a raspy throat. Special teams, right? My goodness, Florida Panthers. They've been able to win some games here lately, but I think that and without having their power play not going and the penalty kill not exactly working all that great either, hasn't killed them. They were 5-3-1 coming in to this game, the first game of November for the Panthers. But tonight it was an issue. They didn't have all the opportunities that they've had in the past. They only had 3 power plays. But Florida goes 0 for 3 on the power play. Arizona goes 2 for 4. And that's the difference, as it was a 2-1 game until Clayton Keller gets an empty netter with about 1:03 remaining to make it a 3-1 game. I know I'm not going to pronounce this one right, so I apologize to any big fans, but Pavel Vijmelka, 41 saves for the Arizona goalie. That's his second win in 6 starts. So listen, the Panthers lost to an inferior team today. There's no sugarcoating that. The Arizona came into the night with tied for the fewest points in the league with Arizona, who Florida plays at the very end of this road trip. Florida now goes to San Jose, Los Angeles, and finishes with Anaheim on Sunday night. These things happen. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything, but these things do happen in the National Hockey League. 9 times out of 10, the Panthers win that game against Arizona. Tonight was the 10th, and they get there again. Like I said, they got their first win at Mullett Arena. So good on them. They were 0-1-1 coming in. They had lost, I believe, to San Jose, and they lost in overtime to the Rangers. I think that's how it went. But anyway, pretty raucous sounding crowd, about 4,500, I guess, in the building, and it looked like a good time. Florida, a very slow start to the game. The two teams only combined for like 14 or 15 shots on goal. Both teams really didn't get their games going. Florida takes a 1-0 lead. Colin White with a deflection of a Josh Mahura shot at 8:24 of the second period. Florida's got a 1-0 lead. Arizona gets a power play. Lawson Krause, our old buddy, the first-round pick of the Panthers, 11th overall at the 2015 draft. Some of you were there. You were in Sunrise for that draft. Lawson Krause, if you remember, Florida had to trade him to Arizona to get rid of some cap issues, to free up some money. So Krause went to Arizona in a cap dump in, I believe, 2017. Yeah, that's 2017 season. So Krause goes to Arizona. Turned into a nice little player over there. He scores at 13:47 on a deflect. That ties the score. Nick Ritchie gets the what turns out to be the game winner midway through on another power play goal for Arizona at 8:55 of the third period. And again, Clayton Keller with the dagger. Florida came. They emptied the goal. Spencer Knight started the night. It was his 4th start of the season. It was his first start in consecutive games this season, as we kind of thought that would be the case with that long flight to Arizona. He made 18 saves, I believe. But the story was Florida's failures on the power play, and Vijmelka. I should have listened to Goldie more. I know Goldie pronounced it right. He always does. 19 saves alone in the third period. Florida came guns blazing when they pulled Spencer Knight with about 2:15, 2:20 left in the game. I think I wrote it down here. How much time was left when they pulled him? 2:28. Florida was out shooting them 34-20. So Florida gets, with the empty net, 7 or 8 shots on goal. Um, cannot cannot score. Sam Bennett talking after the game said, "Listen, we had a lot of chances. We keep playing like that, we're going to win a lot of games." And he's right. It just sounds like a little bit of a broken record, right? They said that in Philadelphia when they, had 105 shot attempts against the Flyers, and they come out a loser in that one. And again tonight in Arizona. So Florida goes to San Jose next, and then Los Angeles and Anaheim. What else do we have? Let's just look at some power play. And this is the weird thing. I mean, if Reinhart continue, he could actually become a KO. I don't know, Jeremy. I think Reinhart will turn things around. I think he's definitely pressing right now. I think you can see that on the ice. I didn't think that in the first 5-6 games. And I don't know what's going on with Reinhardt, but yeah, he definitely looks to be pressing right now. But let's look at how weird sometimes stats are. Correct? I mean, we always talk about you've got to have really good special teams to succeed in this league, and I know it's a very small sample size because we're only 7, 8, 9 games into the season, 10 games into the season. Power play. The Arizona Coyotes have the third best power play in the National Hockey League coming into tonight's game. The number 3 power play, yet they only had 5 points in the standings. Their penalty kill is top 10. Florida, meanwhile, one of the better teams in the National Hockey League. I mean, they're going through some things right now. Let's not kid ourselves. They are really trying to work through some things. Florida's penalty power play coming into the game ranked 29th in the NHL, 4 for 41. So you can make that now 4 for 44 by my math. 4 for 44 on the power play comes into the night 29th in the league. The penalty kill 9 for 35. So that's now 11 for 39. That was 27th in the NHL, so that'll probably drop a spot or two for tomorrow. So it's one of those things. I mean, obviously, I don't think Arizona can keep up that pace, and I certainly don't think that Florida is going to keep, being at the very bottom of the NHL standings in both power play and in penalty kill. They're too good of a defensive team for the penalty kill, and they're too talented a team offensively for the power play. 4 power play goals for the Panthers. That's it. That's kind of hard to believe. We talked about it in the playoffs. They've changed their system. They continue to change personnel. They'll get it together. But yeah, we're 10 games into the season now, and not a whole lot has changed. So we'll see if the Florida Panthers can get that going here in the final 3 games of this road trip. They'll be practicing tomorrow in San Jose, later today in San Jose, and I'm sure they'll be working on some of that stuff. So anyway, that'll do it for me. I mean, we're only less than 10 minutes tonight, but my goodness, everybody's sleeping, and I don't blame you. I've got an early one tomorrow too. So thank you for joining us. Check us out, FloridaHockeynow.com. Don't forget to subscribe here on the YouTube channel, and give us a follow on Twitter. I'm at George Richards and at Colby D. Guy. We've got a couple good things coming tomorrow and throughout the week. So I bid you adieu. I hope you have a great Wednesday. We'll see you Thursday night. Bye-bye.